opportunity to talk to a guest in the Informer studio. Now, there have been some unexpected outcomes with the outbreak of the pandemic in Victoria and across Australia. And one of those things, of course, was an increase in scholarship applications. In fact, there's a national educational program that's received, believe it or not, a record number of applications after some of Victoria's most disadvantaged students were hit, I think, the hardest by the pandemic. The Australian Business and Community Network Foundation's Accelerate Program Awards for Year 10 students from low socioeconomic backgrounds actually provides $7,000 of education resources, as well as offering all-important professional mentoring. This year, believe it or not, the program received close to 400 applications. That's double the number that they received last year, which is quite extraordinary. To find out a bit more and to tell us exactly why some of these things have been happening, let's catch up with Victoria University Secondary College Principal Elaine Hazim. Welcome to The Informer.
Thank you, George. It's great to be here.
Now, I note here, Bachelor of Science, you graduated as a medical microbiologist, but you're the secondary college principal. Hang on, did you want to be a microbiologist, or deep down you wanted to be an administrator?
Oh, that's a tough question. You know what, George? I was guided by my father. I finished my degree in medical biology, and I was offered to do my honours, and Dad said, no, go off and do your teaching. So there was an option.
He wanted you well armed.
Yeah, so
well
he said,
resourced.
yeah, so then I could have 2 different degrees, and guess what? That was where my passion lay. And I came out of uni and got a job.
But your passion also is to teach.
Absolutely.
And you teach maths, general science, chemistry. You've been at Victoria University Secondary College for the past 18 months. What's that been like? Has it been all that you imagined it to be, or a whole lot more?
Oh, a whole lot more. I've been there as a principal for the past 18 months. Look, the students and the staff are magnificent. And it's not because I am the principal there, it's because they are. The students are just beautiful. And whoever does come to the college, whether it be new students or someone from the department or anyone in partnership from our business organisations, they actually comment how friendly, how polite, and how mature our students are. But, you know, of course, they do follow what our values are: respect yourself and others,
yep.
and strengthen the community and aspire to achieve, and they live by those values.
How big is the school? How big the college? How many do you have in the campus?
We have, at the current moment, 1,014 students.
Whoa.
We are 3 campuses though. We have a junior campus in Deer Park, and that has year 7 to 9 students. The senior campus has in Brimbank has 10 to 12 students, and our Carnley campus, which is our trade training centre. So we are a multi-campus school.
Now, some of these children, a great majority of these children, are from lower socioeconomic families. Do you think that they have been impacted more by the past 8 months, this enormous disruption that we've seen, not only in Victoria, not only across Australia, but across the world?
Worldwide, absolutely. Our students, as you said, George, do come from low socioeconomic backgrounds. And, you know, unfortunately, a lot of them suffered massively throughout this pandemic. COVID-19 really did hit home hard for these families who were already suffering, but as a result, you know, whether it be 1 or 2 of the parents have lost their jobs along the line, and so it has...
So there's turmoil at home, isn't there?
Yes, absolutely.
What can we do, or what did you do in the time that you had with them to give them that boost, that bit of insight to help them through what has been a terrible hump?
Yeah, a very challenging time. So the school's been amazing, and my team. So what we did do was first of all work out which students didn't have a device, because learning, as you know, was remote. And so of course those students that didn't have a device, we tried to outsource. The department gave us some.
So if they couldn't afford it, you tried to source it from all those?
Had to, because they needed to be doing their learning from home, and how could they do that if they didn't have a device?
Did the department come to the
The
challenge?
department, yes. The department came to the party and they supplied us with some computers. But I also had ABCN come to the party as well.
Wow.
Apart from, you know, the scholarship, they came to the party and they offered us some second-hand computers and some Optus SIM cards that they were able to give us to provide the students. And then, of course, Western Chances. So we tried to outsource from different various companies so that we can get as many computers as possible, because coming from low socio-economic backgrounds, not all of our students had computers, but now they all do.
It's a good point that you make, because I can remember doing a function at Scotch College, and I remember from the moment I walked in the door, from the moment I got behind their console, I realised that they had a far more advanced sound system and audio system than what I was using at Network 10.
Of course.
So having the tools makes such a difference, and also gives them the confidence.
Absolutely, yes.
What do these scholarships from the Australian Business and Community Network Foundation's Accelerate program mean to the students, knowing that they're there and they can access them?
Well, George, is going to help them immensely. Zamzam Ahmed, she's one of 10 children. Now, can you imagine that household?
1 of 10.
1 of 10.
Through COVID.
Through.
Where do you find the time for yourself?
Well, that's right. And how could she study with 9 other siblings in the house and, you know, trying to concentrate? She's in Year 10, and we say to Year 10 students that this year is really important because you're moving into VCE or you're moving into Year 11, and so you need to get the foundation. As she said to me, it was a real struggle, miss. It was hard trying to concentrate, and this scholarship is going to help her, not only help her but also her family. Help her with trying to organise a room for herself so that she can get the tools to advance herself.
So what do the awards actually give them? I mentioned that a
7,
sum of 7,000.
Yeah, the $7,000 is spread over 3 years. Okay. So they provide ABCN, the scholarship provides them $2,000 in Year 11 to support their education. So it may be a new computer, it may be the books, because books, as you move into the later years, they get a lot more expensive.
Of course they do.
It may also help with any other resources that she may need. So that $2,000 is for Year 11. They provide another $2,000 in Year 12, again to help any education resources that she may need, and $3,000 for further studies, which is brilliant. But on top of all of that, they also provide students with a mentor for the 3 years to help guide and talk to them about their goals.
Well, explain to us the difference and what that added mentoring really means. Is it the one of those beautiful difference makers that takes the student to the next level?
Absolutely, George. These mentors are lawyers, CEOs of a big company, business associates, whoever has decided to put their hand up. And I know one of our students has been mentored previously by a lawyer, and it actually helps him. If they have organisational skills that they're lacking in, then maybe that's what they need to help them, or decide what pathway they want to take.
When you bring a mentor in, do you see in the child, in the young man or woman, do you see them lift?
Absolutely.
Do they actually savour the fact that there's a fellow, someone they aspire to be one day, and here they are, happy to put a hand out to help them?
Absolutely.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Did it surprise you to see an increase in applications for these
No,
awards?
No, it didn't. And it didn't surprise me at all. In fact, I was only surprised to hear it was only 400. I thought there would have been a lot more.
Are there any surprises about this particular application series? Are we likely to see more things like this offered up?
I think so, definitely. You know, this application has actually helped a lot more parents push their children further to try and apply for it. And a lot of the students are now applying for it because they see the benefits. And not only that, with our 2 students, Zamzam and Jordan, they are now telling other Year 10 students they will be telling other Year 10 students next year to go for it, to be brave and put in the essay and write about their struggles, and you know, they could be lucky enough to get that $7,000 to help their education.
Fantastic. So you say to me that 21 augurs well, because you've seen the mood of this crop of students this year. Meet the challenge.
Yeah.
Now we just got to wait for the results, huh?
That's right. That's absolutely right.
Elaine Hazim, it's been a joy having you in the studio, a great chance to talk about what's been happening, and even through this year of disruption, people putting their hand up and saying, we want to improve ourselves, and to see that there are applications out there and there are resources available to students that aren't in the best and most, I'm talking about socioeconomic group, where they're seriously challenged at a bundle of different levels.
That's right.
To see that there are resources out there to help them bridge that gap. We wish you all the best for 2021.
Thank you very much, George.
Pleasure.
Really appreciate it.
Elaine Hazim joining us on The Informer.